she vanished in the time it takes to blink. One moment, she was crossing the street in plain daylight, and the next, gone. No fight. No scream. No evidence. A missing person case with no witnesses, no leads, and no motive. The city moved on like it always does. Another face faded from the milk cartons until the case file went cold and the posters curled on telephone poles. But 2 years later, her phone rang. It was an officer still assigned to the cold case. He hadn't expected anything, an empty line maybe, a disconnected voicemail box. The phone had been dead for 2 years. One final check, out of protocol more than anything else. But this time, it picked up. There was silence until a woman's voice whispered his name. Not a scream. Not a cry for help. Just a whisper, low and trembling. Then the call disconnected. They couldn't trace the call. The signal bounced off too many towers, and the phone never pinged again. But it shattered what they thought they knew. Someone had turned it on. Somewhere, that phone had power, battery, signal, someone holding it. But more than that, the voice, it was hers. Same vocal ID, confirmed by tech. The girl they thought was long dead. Possibly still out there. Possibly held somewhere. The deeper they dug, the more disturbing it got. A data retrieval expert pulled backup data from an old photo cloud tied to her number. 3 new images had been uploaded 48 hours before the call. Photos that weren't there before. But they weren't of her. Not entirely. The first photo was a blurry image of a staircase lit by a flickering bulb. The next was a hand, her hand by all accounts reaching for something metal. The third? A mirror, shattered, with a reflection only partially visible. You could see a shoulder, a mark that matched an old scar she had, but the face was obscured. On the corner of the mirror, in what looked like lipstick, was a single number, 13. Why would someone upload these to her cloud, tied to a number that hadn't been active in years? Unless they wanted them found. When the photos leaked to an underground online forum dedicated to unresolved disappearances, one user claimed he'd seen something similar, same lighting, same kind of light fixture, in an abandoned psychiatric hospital outside of town. A building sealed for almost a decade, rumored home to squatters, drifters, and things people didn't want to see. A small team went in with body cams, exploring room by room. Most of it was empty. Molded beds. Rusted fixtures. Rain dripping through decaying ceilings. But one hallway had power. A generator, faint, humming in the distance. There, in room 13, they found it. The mirror. The staircase. Even the lipstick crayon, still on the glass. But no people. No signs of her. Only a phone, her phone, sitting in the middle of the room. Turned off. They brought in forensics. Confirmed fingerprints, even partial DNA on the mirror. It matched. She had been there. But where she went, you tell me. No cameras. No trail. It's as if the person was erased the moment they stepped out of that room. Here's the part the media didn't report. The phone had one saved audio file. Less than 2 minutes long. It was a recording of her voice, almost like a journal entry. Her breathing is shallow. Her voice, frantic. And this is what she said. They said if I run, I vanish. If I speak, they erase me. But I have to try. If they find this, I hope someone listens. Then, nothing. The audio cuts off. But in the background, you can hear footsteps. Slow. Measured. Getting closer. Then the sound of something metallic closing. Like a vault. 2 minutes. That's all she left. To this day, no one has heard from her again. The file remains archived, passed around among truth seekers and late-night investigators. Some say she escaped and is hiding in plain sight. Others believe her captors let just enough leak to remind us, control isn't always obvious. Silence is its own form of surveillance. Maybe she was just the warning. Follow the quiet signal. Some stories are buried on purpose.